Can I talk about culture differences between Japan and the US? Is that fine for you?
Of course, that's totally fine with me. We can absolutely dive into that and chat about those cultural differences. Let's go for it.
So the specific culture differences about the home party, is that fine for you?
Absolutely. That's a great topic. We can definitely talk about the whole home party culture difference between Japan and the US. So let's dive into it.
Okay, so actually, that was my culture shocking, right, in the U.S. here. Like I first met with one of my American friends couple months ago, and then 1 week later, he invited me to his house for having a home party. I got really surprised to hear that because it doesn't happen in Japan, right? Because we don't have such culture out there in Japan, right? Um, you know, I didn't understand why he was inviting me, but it was really like typical thing in the US, right? I'm not really sure their kind of background and the history of that. So could you share your view on this sort of like culture differences between Japan and the US?
Absolutely, and that's a really interesting observation. So, from the US side, it's pretty common just because culturally, Americans often see home as a casual space to share. It's a way to be welcoming, kind of show hospitality, and build friendships quickly. There's this idea that inviting someone into your home is a way to show trust and openness. In Japan, like you said, it's often more formal and it takes a bit longer before you'd invite someone into your personal space, which is just a different way of showing respect for privacy. So it's really just two different cultural approaches to hospitality and friendship, and it totally makes sense that it would be a bit surprising at first.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think Japanese people we really stick to our privacy, right? And then personal zone. We want to protect it from other people, right? It's too strong. But American people are not like that. They don't stick to like their own like privacy, right? Um, for us, Japanese people, we cannot open or share our personal zones like houses to public or others, right? It's not easy. It's really big challenges for us, right? But the American people, it's not challenge. It's not challenging, right? It's really easy.